Daniel, you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, hey Eddie, you already know me.
All right, let's just start the round. So I'm gonna be like writing over the screen with this like
Mhm.
mistake number one. Buy the ghost. Buy the ghost. It has a suppressor. They're not gonna be able to see your bullets when you spam through smokes and cages. When you use a classic, you're gonna get counter spam. Buy a ghost, a cage, and a trip. And put the default trip down.
Alright, team, are we ready to win this game or what?
Now on attack, I don't think it really matters, but on
Yeah,
defense, you
let's
definitely need to be
win.
buying a ghost, especially if you love Sunset B.
I'm so excited to lose.
Mistake number two. You put your trip too far away from the wall. You got to make sure it's completely close to the wall. This one looks shootable to me. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but the closer the better. Another mistake is that it's too far low to the ground. It's too low to the ground. So you should be putting your trip like here instead of here. This is bad.
Can't wait to go down 33 RR.
Mm-hmm.
Notice you get to look at their enemy comp. They don't really have a raise. The only thing they have is a sky. So this guy could trigger the trip with her dog,
It's all split up.
which is another reason to put it higher. But I mean,
I can
probably
hold the
doesn't
cover
matter.
B. That's my only save.
Please learn your cages. Why are you throwing a cage that you don't know how to do? Like,
Smoke
We
speed.
got brims, yeah, brim.
this is insane.
That's a bad smoke, my bad.
Or you need to swing off your trip. Kill.
Dead, only dead. Trying to find
Kill. See that your trip's still up. You don't need to swing like that. You can get some advantage in the road. You just stay backside and chill. Just check your cam, try and get a tag. Right now you need to be checking your cam for a bit, but right now you should be knowing that this mid lurk is happening. You don't see the brim right now? He's probably lurking mid. Considering that switch down,
Only 26 on Cypher.
you're playing way too aggressive. You have your trip up. Check cam. You might already even be market.
close market door. Never mind, he's in market.
Like, come on. You gotta be aware of this. You haven't seen the brim all around. It's a big threat. And your ISO's here, good.
You win these.
Uh,
This is a mistake. Why are we forcing a sheriff? Bad, bad. You lost pistol, and you have a DC. You need to just buy low, buy for next, buy like a classic and maybe a trip, and you're chilling.
Or you could buy a ghost. That would work.
You could buy a ghost too, yeah, that's fine. But you can't just buy full shield. Look at the rest of your team. They're buying classics. The rest of your team is buying classics. Like, this is a big mistake. The rest of your team does not have a gun, and you have a gun. So next round, you're gonna be forced onto a low buy if you lose this.
That wasn't
Highly
even
likely,
voted,
considering
though.
you
Someone
have.
else.
You're missing a player.
I'm gonna cry.
I probably still would have voted though, but that wasn't my
I'm
vote.
gonna cry. I'm ending it all.
Yeah, I
Bad
think
trip
we could win
again.
this one if we play
Bad
smooth.
trip. Trip's fine. Okay.
I'm not very smart.
So if you're gonna do a one-way cage, just learn how to do it consistently.
Smokes down.
And you need to put this cam pre-round. You don't need to be putting it on mid-round. Another thing is, the way the brim is placing these smokes, like, on the minimap, he's placing these smokes right here. You need to put your cam, like, somewhere else. Like, right here, on top of this, on top of the wall.
You could put your cam on the pine tree too, or the
Yeah, you put it on the pine
right.
tree, like, over here, like, off the map. But right now, your cam isn't seeing anything.
They crossed over.
You're gonna get out on the side before your cam actually gets anybody. Wait, did they shoot your trip?
Smokes down.
Trip might have just been shootable. So it did trigger,
Oh.
but that was just a mistake on that. It's definitely shootable.
They crossed over. They're tight.
Backside.
Yeah, it's a 4v5. The biggest mistake you make is the sheriff. Because like looking at next round,
That's literally
we're
worse
gonna
for us.
have another
They're going-
sheriff.
I think we should have this. Oh, 4 stack me.
That round's just over. It doesn't matter.
Bro, 2 games.
So wasn't
dude.
I was playing with that ISO last game? Why weren't they hard carrying like they are right now?
Place it a little closer to the wall and place it higher so they can't just jump over it. Alright. Also, considering how they're smoking, if you want to get value off the one-way cage, you gotta play like right here. You gotta play in this zone. You're playing like backside when your cage
Dang
is
it.
built a one-way.
That's my bad.
Like, you can't trust your randoms to play off your one-way. You gotta play off your own one-way. You should take your cam here. Could be useful for the retake. This is like a small mistake, but you're routing through spawn when it's way faster to just go straight. This is like a time thing. When they have the bomb down, you want to route with your team. Right now, you're on your own. Good 1v1 though. Good aim. You don't have much time. You got to get on the site right now. You don't have time to be slow walking in the smoke.
Oh, what?
That's why I'm
This isn't really an aim problem. Like you're just making a lot of small mistakes so far. So these are things that you can fix. You know, aim takes a lot of time to improve, but if it's like small micro mistakes, you can fix it just by being more attentive to your gameplay.
Bro, I'm going to D-rank to iron this game. We're gonna D-rank, bro. I'm gonna D-rank.
Your volume's really low, but I can't tell what you're saying. I don't dislike these trips though. Like if you just place a trip close to the wall, like I said, you're chilling.
Yeah.
See this cam, I would just say just place a different cam because this cam is getting. Oh, Brem messed up the smoke, but like normally you wouldn't be able to see anything with that cam. Like you gotta be able to adjust your enemy's comp and the way your enemy plays. And seeing that they have double controller just means you're gonna need to place your cam farther up because you're not gonna be able to see it.
Fuck, MOBA.
If you want to watch,
I knew you was there.
You heard that Omen ult, so I'm not sure if you were caught off guard by it, but you gotta be.
You guys can play Reach.
He like Omen ult's right here. You can tell from the audio.
Yeah.
Stalling.
We just heard a link.
Number 1
stream.
duelist in the nation.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not even there.
Let's go, ISO.
What are you doing? What are these cages? You gotta be setting up
Mid-
pre-round. Like you're wasting so much time doing this one-way cage. If I were you, I'd go into a custom, look at the lineup, and then just figure out how to do it consistently, then consistently do it. Now, I personally don't think that one-way cage is actually that great because enemies will just like good enemies will probably just like chill when you put that one-way cage up, and you want to use your cages to like swing off your trips, not, you know, stall them for like 4 seconds. But it's not a terrible one-way. Like I don't
heard
dislike
all
it.
4 picked up on B.
I think for the cam, you could also just straight up put it in market if you're trying to watch market.
I still
And
hit
you
40.
could like have it watch if they get out onto site.
Oh, they're in B.
Pick.
Reload.
Now's a good time to check your cam. You can see if they're up backside. So right here, I need to get the. I don't actually have the arrow keys on my keyboard. It's unlucky, but right here, when you see him, you see that he's like right here. You need to make that adjustment, like right here. So see how you like you get on him and then start moving, and it messes up your fire. Then you start crouching, which isn't a bad play, but you guys have a little better spray control. So when you're spray controlling, you got to aim down. Right here, it seems like you're aiming a little bit more to the left side, or shit. The production quality isn't great on this one from my end. See, I think you're aiming somewhere to you're not aiming straight down, because your spray would be a little better than this. But also, your spray control isn't great here. Not by like spray control, but I mean like when you're shooting for way too long. Because now your spray, like when you're at this zone, your spray is gone. Like, it's completely messed up. You're not going to be able to hit any shots like that.
That was very bad of me.
So, you can just strafe to the left. Like, just go left. I mean, right. You can just strafe behind the box. Then re-swing. Or you can just like, just straight up like reset your aim a little bit. But when you shoot for long enough, you're kind of cooked. You're not going to be able to.
No, so close.
Especially at that distance, I don't think spraying is a good idea in the first place, but I think you can improve how you spray your gun as well. So you see, what you do is you force every round. See how you have no money for next round? You got to buy with your team. When your team is on eco and they're buying sheriffs, you need to be buying sheriffs too. When they're buying classics, you need to be buying classics too. And if you have more money than them, you can force up like maybe a sheriff when they're buying classics. But you want to make sure that you stay. There's like a feature right here that will show you how much money you have next round. You want to make sure it's like around 3,900, you know, 3,300 at the lowest. And that amount of money will allow you to buy a Vandal light, Vandal full.
That was horrifying through all day.
Now, I recommend having a little bit more just because you're Cypher and you're using your trips every round, so you want to be able to. But forcing every round with this like no shield Spectre buy is not going to lead to you winning rounds. It's just going to lead to you having no money when they hit your sight and you're going to get no kills. Good pick. Right here, I just go get the Vandal and save it. Take the Vandal and leave. Just like dip. Go. This round is not happening. They got an ISO, Sky ult. It's a 3v2. With your Omen has a Bucky. Like, that's not happening.
Nice try.
Especially if you're forcing up and you have no money. Just save the gun.
I wasted my ult. I don't hit
Now notice how they have ISO ult. I'm not sure if this guy's high enough elo or has a good enough brain to realize that they can just ISO ult you and disable all your trips.
I fucked up my DPI.
If this guy is smart or semi-smart, he's gonna ISO ult like backside. He's gonna do this, like this ISO ult right here. And so what I would do is just use play offside, like play market. And another round where you're just forced into a sheriff and you put out. You just say that. Yep. Yeah, so with this. Now right here, you're kind of.
Another thing is like, don't be scared to do different trips or you know, different camp positions.
Yeah, I feel like you're kind of rushing your setup a little bit.
That's what I've been saying.
Like if you just run straight there, see. Like, request right now. Your Gecko has money. Why aren't you requesting? Like, your Gecko has like 44 or 50 credits. Like, he can buy you. Now, in this elo, they're probably not going to be like, yo, buy. I'll buy. They won't be like, yo, request. They're probably not going to say that. But if you ask them, they'll probably they'll probably buy you.
Closing off the mid door.
Behind my bubble.
Taking it. They're backside.
The aim is there. Like, you have good aim for your rank. Like, you're hitting shots. I mean, spray control isn't great, but on the Vandal. But when you use the Spectre, you have good spray control. So I feel like if you just learned how to like use the Vandal spray control, you get a lot better. Like, I think
hold them.
because you're forcing every round, you use the Vandal so much less than like using the Spectre or the Sheriff that you don't actually end up having, you know, good economy. You don't actually even use the Vandal that much. So they're going mid.
We got, looks like people
You see on your
ISO
map, they're going
market.
mid. Now right here, I would honestly try and take a fight with this ISO. Shield's down, he probably doesn't expect you here. Just get a free kill. You can get a good timing.
Nice ISO.
But now, since you're playing so passive, you can walk out. And now he doesn't have to worry about this. Like,
Oh, I fucked up, boo. Market.
like notice how he's so much separate. Like, look how far he is from the rest of his team. Like, his team's probably like all the way back here, and he's right here. Like, you can get a free kill on him. And your Omen, this Omen is not swinging for some reason, but he should be. But you gotta trust your own decision making. And right here, your decision
Nice
should just
ISO.
be, they're planting the bomb, I need to. Because now you're not in a winning position at all.
Oh,
Your teammates are
fucked
super
up,
far away
boo.
from you.
I
You're
fucked
close.
up. I did horrible.
Surrounded.
ISO came back and clutched the game for us.
Okay, so if you're trying to throw the trip for market, like if this trip is supposed to stop the market defenders, because I really doubt that the people on site are swinging this far most of the time, you should just put the trip in market. Like just straight up put it in market. Just put it right here, and you can like play up here or up here or over here, like tuck in this corner, and you can get a free kill off the trip. Just put your cage there, just chill. Or if they Omen smoke it, because they're splitting, you can just sit in the Omen smoke. But right here, this trip doesn't really accomplish anything compared to like this trip. Because they're making a big mistake if they're swinging that far out, and they're not swinging market. And you don't want to place your trips based on an enemy making a huge mistake. You want to place them on where they're going to go if they're playing the round right.
Hey.
I'm coming.
Going
Yeah,
back
notice
side.
how you rotate through spawn a lot.
Once I hear plant, I'm gonna use
I
ult.
don't really. It's not good. You can run here. Your gecko's all the way up here. You can run. Again, you're kind of confused on where to go. Like, kind of just all over the place. I'd say just make a decision. I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna go left, and then figure it out from there.
Oh my god.
This is a good Cypher roller. I would do Cypher roller right here. Not a bad round though. Again, selling the same trip, same problem as before.
A.
Also, another small thing, your mini map should be showing you the whole map. Now, if you're a duelist player, then maybe it doesn't really matter that much. But if you're playing like an info role, like a smoke character or a Cypher, you want to have full mini map view. And right now you don't. You don't know what's going on there. You can only hear whatever this gecko's telling you. Which, if you're in like a lower rank, they're not going to be telling you that much. So just make your mini map maybe even a little bigger and just make it so you can see the whole map.
I'm just gonna try to get some pics.
What? The Omen's dead. Yeah,
34 ISO.
You're slow on this rotate. As soon as you realize the Omen's dead, you gotta speed up. The Omen was their only really way to rotate. So your Reyna's kind of just like struggling to hold the site. You need some help.
Holy shit, I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Yo, that's not. fling is not horrible, but your crosshair placement needs to be a little better on that. Like when he... I can't... Okay, right here. See? You see him on your minimap. You see him right there. Your crosshair is like all the way over here. Your crosshair is like all the way over here when you could just put it over here. And you probably win that fight. I mean, you hit him 107 and your trump... I mean, your crosshair wasn't even on him.
Holy shit, I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Yeah, we kind of just came back from that. We were 2-6 and now we're...
ISO, can I get spike?
Yeah, go
So,
get spiked
I like
right
this
over.
pistol round buy, but this trip is terrible.
Always.
Why are you not?
Yeah, they-
Why are you placing this trip?
They can jump over it if they get.
Not
on
only
the
can
block.
they jump over it, but honestly, just I'm gonna show you a better trip. Just straight up, just show you a better trip. This.
That goes there.
Trip. Jump over it. Dude, watches farther back. But I mean, this trip is
Yes,
fine
this should do.
too. Watches is fine too. But I would say if you're
Here.
playing like you'll have players
Here.
playing here, it's not. Another thing I like to do is place this camera.
This goes here.
You can watch B main. So people like to,
Here.
you know, swing out B main.
Here.
You stop them. You can see them. You can tell your team about it. Hold up, what did I just do? Oh, what the heck? I think I hit the Windows key. Alright, so now I don't know, this isn't like a good pistol trip just because you're buying a ghost, but
Wow, this is a nice
going,
spot.
you know, B, a lot of times players will push out A. You can like go mid, you know. You know, they're watching the flank A,
Yeah.
you're watching the flank B, and if somebody, you know, breaks the trip, you can like swing out and kill them. Another thing you can do, if you're Cypher, is just throw your cam here free round.
Yes, this should do.
You'll see players like
Here.
all over here.
Here.
You get free tag, just take it back. You can see what the players are doing, see if they're pushing up or anything. You can like
This
hyper
goes
cage,
here.
market, push up, you know, throw pressure. And if they're not contesting mid at all, you can walk up mid, just chill here. And when you hear people top mid, you can go here, kill them, you can go market. But as a Cypher, you have so much, you can gain so much
Help.
map control for your team
Here.
on attack. So, I feel like you
Amen.
would like to know that.
You can defuse implant.
This trip is just,
Like
this trip
having
is just
6
bad
people.
in every aspect. It doesn't even hold. It doesn't hold the spawn flank. I mean, you can literally just jump it. Like, it's not a good trip.
W in chat.
And you know, you're on attack. You're not playing kill trips on your flank. You're playing for info. You don't want to kill people off these trips. You're trying to figure out if they're there. And if they can dodge the trips, then there's no point. Right here, you're way behind the rest of your team. Like, they're fighting, and you're just sitting there. You gotta help them.
Okay, Cypher set up
Again, you're kind of just sitting here, watching your teammates get destroyed.
we got someone flank.
So here,
I saw
you can fight flank,
26 on
or you
ISO.
can help your team.
Got one.
But right here, you're just doing a bunch of nothing, really. Like,
I know, hit that kill.
Fuck.
again, just the crosshair placement's bad on the skill. You hear him stomping, you hear him making a bunch of noise, and you're just looking at his body. Look, right here. You gotta be aiming a little bit higher.
Fuck. Brim.
Just get a hit of free kill on him.
Rena's got this.
This guy,
Yeah, I got this.
You don't have to swing immediately either. You can just.
you can just chill too. Like, you can just stay behind the box, and when he clears it, like when he turns away, just kill him.
Yeah.
So, right here, you're buying a sheriff. Which, the only reason you should ever buy a pistol on your anti-eco is if you're lurking. But like right here, buying a sheriff is just bad. Because these guys might just buy stingers and destroy you. Like, with how these players are, I think that a Stinger is going to get you a lot more value than a Sheriff. Again, you're just placing kill trips. These don't watch anything. They can just jump over them. I mean, this is just bad trip placement. Like, on attack, your goal with your trips is not to get kills. It's to get info. If someone can just jump over this trip, then you're gaining nothing with those trips. You need to be putting the trip higher so they can't jump over it.
He's market. So Cypher's market.
Again, you need to be fighting for this fight. You're kind of just playing main. You need to try to get kills.
What happened to my
numbers.
second? Why did it just change up?
You probably hit your teammate, but
Like here, you're playing a little too passive.
88 on Cypher. He's rotating around through there.
The positioning isn't necessarily bad. It's just that you're kind of just you're missing your timing. You're taking way too long to do this play. You took so long that Brim literally came through spawn.
We'll come back and win the next round.
So yep, you placed a good cam. You gotta place that pre-round though. You can't place it once the round starts. It's just gonna get insta shot.
Now you're from Gecko.
Now that you've lost your anti-eco, you need to be saving. Now I'm not sure what the rest of your team is doing. They're buying, so even though it's not really the play to buy here, just buy up with them. I would just sacrifice one of your trips and buy a Vandal. Can you afford Vandal Light? I can't remember. Yeah, you can afford Vandal Light right here. Just buy Vandal Light. Ignore the trip. You need to be forcing these better weapons. No, this trip isn't terrible, but I would personally place the trip that I showed you earlier. Just place this one. Because this one doesn't watch the spawn flank. And if this Reyna dies, that is a threat. And with this cam, if you don't place it at the start of the round, just place it before the round starts. You can jump up right before the round starts. You need to tag her. Tag her. You're not tagging her for some reason. Right here, she sees your cam. She's going to shoot it. Tag her and try and recall the cam.
Tagging her also causes her to reposition, so you guys can take that space.
Yeah, you get the space for free. If you tag her, she's gonna go back and spawn and just. Again, you're kind of just doing a bunch of nothing.
I know you do really
Here, you gotta fight. Right now, it's a 3v4. You gotta try and get the kill.
Reyna, no one's gonna be there.
I'm gonna be
I'm not
there.
quite sure where your Reyna is, just because I mean,
Oh,
the
they're
minimap is
rotating.
bad, but
Make sure sight is clear.
your Reyna seems to be up B.
Thank you,
still
Reyna.
B. Now, right here, when you pass by that trip, just recall the trip and place it on your flank A. Recall this trip and place it on your flank, when you go B. Just so you don't have to worry about it.
Cypher.
There's a
just
lot
keep
of
right there.
small mistakes that you're making that are really affecting how things go. Because right here, what is this cam doing? Like, yeah, it's watching your flank, but if you just place the trip, if you just recall the trip, it would have done the exact same thing, and now you can have your cam on the bomb. And that cam on the bomb
Behind that
can
box
tag the
near you.
diffuser. You can see if they're staking the bomb. There's so much info you can get from that. But right now, you're just being so. You're not really doing anything again. Like, you should be walking up already if you're planning to walk
130
up.
Cypher.
And now
and 40
you're
brimstone.
Now you're not even here to help your teammate, and your teammate dies. So you kind of just like playing like your own trip.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Play time.
Just play out bomb here.
Peek every
Like, once you
3.5
get these
seconds.
kills, this
and
brimstone
then
really
round
can't win the
You
round.
won. Nice job. There's 7.
Save.
Now this is a good round. Like, the aim was good,
One bullseye.
but you shouldn't have won that round by any means. You made so many mistakes, and if you were there to fight with your team on site, this round wouldn't have been in that situation, most likely. Again, just this trip actually is good, but you don't need to be placing this trip. If you don't want to go mid and place your trip A, then save your trip and put it on the bomb or something. Like, placing this trip here is not really helping you at all. You kind of have this bad habit of just kind of sitting behind players. When your smokes are up, you got to be going out with this Gecko zone. If this Gecko's planting the bombs and you're sitting, that's not what you do. Like, go out, shoot the trip. Yep, you got another trip. Fight with your team. You don't need to take the funky footage of them.
Their market, boba. Nice shot, guys. Ball playing.
Shooting right next to yours because that's usually.
Again, you're placing the second trip. Not a good
Sitting in
idea.
the smoke.
Again.
The strat worked every
You're
time
just
but that time.
sitting here. Like with Cypher, you have these cages. You're not a duelist, but you have the ability to create space for your team. Okay, right here, shoot this trip, and then fight. Fight, march.
They just ult spam.
This util can get value on the entry. You're not just a flank watch here.
And they're still gonna lose.
Holy shit, what is this fire?
Yeah. They have 2 health. You got this.
Hold up. Here it is. Look, you're shooting before your cross is even on him. He's not looking at you. Just wait. Now your spray control's bad here. Like, you got lucky to get this kill. Because your spray control is so bad because you shot like 6 bullets before you even had your crosshair on him. Holy shit.
Because you hear him
negative
walking out of
2
cage
health.
too,
You
you
got
can
this.
like position yourself.
Yeah, you can just go wide. Like, straight up just swing wide, kill him.
Yeah.
Drop.
Force him to adjust his crosshair more than usual.
Limit on the frames, chat.
Thank you.
Well done.
Pick up.
Off. Drop. Limit on the frames. Go, Sky's A-Link.
Hold up, you made it.
Yeah.
Limit on the frames, chat.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Pick up. Pick up. Right now.
Then you should be placing your throws right now instead of waiting.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hit the
See, you can
flank.
place this cam free round. I'm pretty sure that trip is jumpable. That trip is jumpable as well. And now your cam is... Yeah, you place the cam. Tag him! Tag him!
Sky's A-Link.
Press M1 on your cam. Put your crosshair on him, put your reticle on him, and then tag him, and then recall the cam. Because right now, that cam's going to get shot in 45 seconds. Not only did you not force him off the angle, but now you have to wait 45 seconds for your cam to come back instead of 15. And again,
ISO's elbow.
like cage the cross.